Well, hello again, world, and welcome right back into my garden. So it's another one of those days when you really don't have much in terms of garden work to do. All of this started when I changed my method of farming. So I have begun to utilize. Um, I don't have a quote unquote farmer's almanac, so to speak. So what I do, because I like the lazy method. So what I do is I will just punch into my computer if I'm at work and desire to find out what is happening on this day, or should I plan something today, or if I'm at home and want to know if I should go and plant something, I just type what to plant today. Just like that. And it will tell me whether I must plant something that grows above ground or something that is beneath the ground. So I've been utilizing that particular method of farming. So I grew up with my mother using a McDonald's almanac for farming. Um, I never liked the book. It had a palm on there, and the palm had numbers in it, and that for some strange reason spooked me as a child. So I decided that I was not going to look in that book. So I can't tell you what is in the book, people. I just know I never liked what I saw on the cover. There was an eye and there's a hand with writing on there. And for some strange reason, like I said before, I was spooked. So I don't enter into the book. However, I realized that she utilized this particular method of farming that I am now utilizing. So I decided I was going to do a little bit of research. So the moon phases are what them call the waxing moon, and that is the period from the day when the moon is new to the day when the moon is full. Now I am still trying to figure out what a new moon look like. I know what the full moon look like. So I have not yet determined what the new moon look like. I am still trying to figure it out. I've been asking, but the folks I've asked don't them not very much more knowledgeable on the moon thingy like me. You see why you need to pay attention, because if my mother was alive, I would have asked her and should have been able to tell me. But she ain't here no more, so I got to figure it out on my own. Or maybe we can ask Marie. Marie, do you know what the new moon looks like? If you know, just put it in the description or in the comment section for me now, please, because I would like to be able, I can tell you what a crescent moon look like. I know what that is. So during that waning or waxing period, then you plant your grains and the stuff that is above ground, including your fruit trees. Then the waning moon now is that I can understand. The day after the full moon to before the new moon. Again, the new moon. I'm not sure which one of the moon is the new moon. So you remember when they used to make the calendars and them used to put it on there? If I could find one of those old calendars, then I would be able to determine for myself what the new moon is, what the full moon is. I know the new moon is my um, issue, because I can't determine what the new moon is. So during that season, you plant stuff like onions and carrots and potatoes and any other root crop. So I implemented this particular system. What this has done for me is that it has freed up days, because like when I can show you, because what I do is, because again I tell you about me, I'm a lazy system. I did it all for April already. So I'll tell you, the planting days for April is between the 3rd and the 5th, and you can plant flowers. You can plant tomato, beans, corns, peppers, and all other above ground crop. Between the 10th and the 12th, again, you can plant similar stuff. When it comes to the 13th to the 14th of April, you plant the root crops. You can plant beetroot, turnip, carrot, radishes, peanuts, and all them other sort of things. When it get down to the 18th and the 19th, you still can do those stuff. You plant your onions, your carrot, your turnip, your radish. So between the 13th and the 14th, the 15th and the 16th is not planting day, so you don't plant anything, neither above ground nor below ground during the 15th and the 16th. So you leave those days out. So these are the days when you tend to the little things in the garden. So if you have beds you want to reset, you reset the beds. If you have containers that you want to fill, you fill. If your garden want a little sprucing up, you spruce up the garden. You can prune your trees, or you can just enjoy your garden. No work, just enjoy your garden. You know them little Israelite there, the Hebrews, they had a lot of sense. This is the kind of method they utilize to farm. So come the 23rd to the 24th, you can set plants like strawberries and other vining crops like your cucumbers and your beans and the peas that climb. Yes, that is what they say. And then now the final planting for April will be the 27th to the 28th. And again, you can go and you can plant above ground crops during that season. Your peppers, your corn, the ray. Yeah. So, this is my newfound method of growing food. And I can tell you categorically that it has made a difference. So, I am encouraging all, if you have not yet begun to farm in this method, utilize it. It will make a difference in the way your garden grow. I have seen the distinctive difference, and I'm telling you, I'm encouraging everybody, try it. What it does too for me is it allows me freedom to do other things except being in the garden. So I come in the garden, I'm in the garden right now. But the only reason why I came to inspect. So I don't have to be in the garden for an hour or for 45 minutes or 20 minutes because my mission here is to inspect. It's because I have an enemy called the mongoose. I have to come up here and look to see whether or not he came by, or should I say they came by, and whether or not they created any problem for me. So, yesterday, I made mention of some of the stuff that I use. Let me tell you, the things I do in my garden is from research. And I like them old Chinese and Korean, them people there, because of the environment in which they live. And a lot of them don't even have a lot of space to grow. Some of them don't even have a farm. I see one Chinese lady is in the cracks between the bricks sowing seed and growing vegetables. So I want us to know we really don't have any excuses. When I just started out, when I moved into this area, incidentally, I've been farming for 14 years, where I'm at now. The day I came is the day I started my garden. Because listen up, people, that was during a period called recession in my life. I didn't even have a job during that season. So it was during my recession period that I moved to this neck of the woods where I'm now at. And I had no option. And I did what my mother did. So I brought market food when I came, and I planted pumpkin. In truth, and if I can never even plant the pumpkin, I threw the seeds out and pumpkin start grow. I never planted the peppers. I've had them in a bag and they began to rot. And I tossed them outside and I said, well, if you grow, you grow. That was my method of farming then. And the pepper trees grew, and I had those pepper trees for over 4 years. And I mean, those pepper tree bore, and I gave away peppers. I had 9 initially, and I realized the space was too small for 9, so I took out 4, and I left the other 5. And what I would do every year is when the crops became reduced in size, I would prune back the trees and they would spring back fresh leaf and they would bear afresh. Yes, people. So I will be sharing with you all that which I do from day to day in terms of next time I make up a solution, I will just show you the entire process, not the finished product, but the entire process. And I'm encouraging you to always make sure you have a pen and a piece of paper because that is my method. So when I am watching these Chinese people farming, I make sure I get a pen and a piece of paper, and I scribble because I don't speak Chinese. So I have to read what is written on the screen and write it down. Yes, people. So this is how we're going to grow in this season. Food as well as ourselves, because any information gained, knowledge gained is never wasted. No matter who you are in life, whatever information you gain, lock it up in your head space for future use if you're not having use for it now. Trust me, one day it come in handy. One day it will come in handy. So follow us now. Yeah, I know Marie using the calendar, the farmer's almanac as it is called. I refuse to purchase the thing. I'm a little meanie because I know I can get the information elsewhere, so I'm not buying it. And what I tend to do is when I get the information, I write them down. So next year it might not be the same thing, but I am trying to source one of those old calendars. If I have to find one online and download it and print it, yes. Because what I can do is look at what happens the next year. What happens the next year. Remember, them never have no almanac, The Hebrews where that grow the food, so and all of the other people who grow them never have no almanac, so to speak, They watch the sky. Them watch the moons and they know when to plant what. So I go and study the moon. That's why I want the whole calendar. So I can look at what is happening in the sky and practice. Yes, it's not a rant. This is me utilizing a day when I don't have to be doing work in the garden to share something with you. I hope that you have learned something and that you will put into active practice that which you have learned. Have a blessed evening. Let me once again say thank you to all my subscribers, old and new. And I tell you, the new ones are many, and I am so appreciative. Again, I'm going to tell Marie from Farming on the Rocks, thank you. My mother always say, every good turn deserve another. So thanks, Marie. Thank you so very much. And thank you for all the persons who you never had to listen to Marie, but you made up in your mind that you wanted to come and see Miss Anne. Hi. I appreciate you. Like the videos, share the videos, leave your comment, and press that post notification bell so you can be made aware each time a new video is uploaded. Until we meet again, have a blessed evening. Jagai.